All right. What is happening? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Well, as you guys can clearly probably see, we are in a completely different location. And I'm going to be explaining why. So, most of you, not all of you, will remember about 2 years ago, I started my charter company with my last boat. And, it was a huge adventure, Had no idea what I was doing, trying to figure it out. Just wanted to take people fishing. That's about it. So, we did that. We ran every single one of our trips out at Chaz. As you guys know, all our videos are from Chaz, most of them at least. So that's what we've done up until the last 2 or 3 weeks from now. So I decided to quit my job. Said screw it. I don't want to do it no more. I want to have fun. I want to do what I like. So for those of you that don't know, I've worked in a General Motors dealership for the past 16 years. And I was just burnt out. It wasn't fun. It used to be fun, but it's all corporate owned now. It's all about the money. The people that run the stuff, they get rich. You stay at the bottom. Everybody knows the corporate story. So, moving on to that. A couple weeks prior to me leaving, a very good friend of mine, Captain Oz, you'll see in some of my videos, Captain Ozzy Winchester with Light Lines and Good Times told me, hey, I'm starting up my river tours. I need a captain. Will you do it? I said, yeah, heck yeah, I'll do it. Just let me know. He let me know. 2 weeks later, I put in my 2 weeks notice. Granted, now I've been here for 3 weeks. So we are now located at the Weeki Wachee Marina, which you can kind of see behind me. But that is the Weeki Wachee Marina. This is where we'll be running out all of our tours and all of our charters, even my fishing charters. We are in Weeki Wachee now instead of Chaz. A lot closer drive, a lot nicer of an atmosphere. Not as far for everybody. And granted, I'm still going to go to Chaz if anybody wants to go fish Chaz or something like that. But primarily, I'm just going to be running out of here and basically driving north, or boating north to go to Chazowitska. So it's kind of the same but kind of different, just a different approach to the same areas. So just wanted to give you guys a little update on what's been going on. So I am full-time now. I can do charters pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I do plan on being on the water 7 days a week. I have been on the water 7 days a week for the past 3 weeks now, and I've loved every minute of it. I just got the boat in here yesterday, and today we're going to go out and do a little exploring. But before we do that, let me show you around a little bit, show you our fleet. I have been added to the Light Lines Good Times roster. So you can go through their website and specifically book me way ahead of time. You don't got to deal with calling or anything like that. You book your day, you're in, we got you. So before we go look at the fleet and stuff like that, just want to give a huge shout out to everybody who has followed me, liked me, gave me, inspiration, stuff like that. All my friends that watch this, even those of you that I've never really met before. Big shout out to all of you guys. A lot of my inspiration has come from family members, and of course you guys telling me, oh, you got this, So huge shout out to Ozzy. He is pretty much pretty much made me face my fears with everything that has to do with out here. And yeah, I couldn't be more grateful. Before we get to all that, let's check out some catches from the last couple weeks. Had my buddy Brian and Dylan come out with me for a trip. Those fish were pretty good. And I also had Mr. Jim Grubbs and his son come out, where we caught a few nicer fish, and then we just kept getting struck by all the small ones. Small fish everywhere. We caught 40, 50 fish, but they were all small. Had a little flounder in there, small trout. They did go home with 2 reds and a nice sheep's head, so that was pretty cool. Here's the pictures for that. There we go. Hold up.
Whoa!
There's a
Oh,
flounder.
got a flounder. Look at that. Bring him over.
Oh, bring him over. Swing him over. Come on.
There we go. Now
Wow.
we're talking.
I didn't expect a flounder.
I can't give away all the secrets yet.
Wow,
This one's
that's
not going to
cool.
be of size. They got to be 14. But he sure is.
Cool.
He sure is cool looking, and they are weird feeling. You felt a flounder before, I'm sure. Really? Your first one?
Yeah.
This is your first flounder.
No, I've had them.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you know the deal with the flounder.
Two eyes.
Yep. So when they begin their life, one eye is over here.
Really?
Yep. And as they mutate, they turn flat. Yeah, they're normally like a normal fish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they get to a certain age and one of their eyes starts coming
Look at the
out.
little teeth on them, too.
Oh, they got teeth like crazy, dude. So what'll happen is this eye will stay here its whole life, and this eye will go all the way over its head.
That's crazy.
The whole body will form. Yep.
That's so bizarre.
It's insane, right? Yeah. You got to get a picture with this.
That's so bizarre. Let me, oh, that is weird.
Feel this part.
Oh, that is so weird.
Their whole body is like super thick bones like this. That's why they're kind of hard to place. They got one lateral line right here. That's kind of what they use to feel along the bottom to see if there's anything going around them. They're the craziest fish. They are mean. They are mean fish. Alright, you gonna pop that guy off the hook for me? I'll get a picture of both of you guys with your fish. I hold him just the way I'm holding him now. He's not gonna hurt you. The only way he can hurt you is if I stick my finger in his mouth. Not gonna do that. Don't do that, yeah. You got that one? Alright.
Fish don't have any.
They do. They have small teeth, kind of like a bass. They're just like a bass, actually.
Throw this guy in there.
No, let's take a picture of both of y'all together. You can step up there. You can step up there with the on the deck with me if you want. Do you trust yourself enough for that? There you go. Give us some room. Y'all ain't gonna fall in, I promise. Alright, awesome.
Awesome back.
Yes, sir. Live. So, as you've seen, we got pretty good fish going out there, and a lot of smalls, a lot of small flounders, trout, stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty good. So while we're here, let's check out the fleet and get to the action today. Oh yeah, we're exploring now, boys and girls. Well, we are on the north side of Pine Island right now, and I'm literally just pointing stuff out on the map and trying to get to it. The only problem is out here, everything that looks like mud is actually limestone bottom. So the limestone has this grass that's growing on the bottom of it, making it look like it's this real deep, nasty mud. No sir, rock bottom out here. So I have been getting the crap beat out of me trying to get back to these spots. So, but that's how we learn. So I'm gonna throw some of these shrimp out. I got like 2 dozen shrimp I'm just gonna play with and pick around and see if there's anything even out here. And we're gonna go with it, see what happens. You can see there's a big bulge in the bottom there, bulge in the bottom there. That whole left side's completely freaking dry behind me. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna poke around and try and find deeper spots to fish and see if there's any fish holding in them. It was, I believe, 39 whenever I left the dock, and it's 56 now, so it's rising quickly out here. So let's see what we can do. Action yet, but I can promise you if there's fish stuck in this hole here, they would definitely be taking these shrimp for a ride. So we'll hang out here for a good 10 minutes or so, and then we'll maybe 5 minutes, because I really want to hit a bunch of areas. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hang out for a couple minutes and then we're gonna move on to the next spot. So the next scene is me with a fish in the boat. Then yeah, that means there was something in here. So alright, found a hole. I drove right over top of this thing. Decent red too. Drove over top of it, seen a couple swirls, and I was like, man, there's a hole. This whole area, as you can see, it's extremely shallow. I've literally had to almost dredge this entire way. There's been a couple holes here and there, but it hasn't been, you know, crazy. So I literally drove the boat right through the middle of this hole, scared a bunch of fish, looked like a bunch of mangrove snapper, and yeah, I literally turned the boat around and threw a line in, seeing if it was going to calm down. Literally not even a minute later, we have this guy here. Luckily, I was paying attention. Oh, you're cold, bro. So, that shrimp was in the water for maybe a minute. This fish here, he was hungry. So, we're gonna bring him back, have some dinner tonight, and that'll be it. Awesome first fish, brand new spots, never fished before. Only way you know how to get them, you got to go find them. So we'll get a close-up of this guy. GoPro. There we go. Beautiful fish too. Big spots on them. Big fat tail spot. So cool deal. We'll keep on rolling. Alright, so now that we've kind of established a little bit of a hole, drop the second anchor. Kind of stay put. Of course, it's all rock bottom. So we're going to fish off this left-hand side, and we are going to see if there's anything else in there. I'm primarily kind of looking for, you know, good redfish numbers, good sheep's head numbers, good black drum, and you know, if there's a trout hole in here somewhere, that'd be cool to find too. But we're not going crazy. We're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to throw all our eggs in one basket on the first day. We're literally just trying to figure stuff out here in a brand new area. So let's throw this second shrimp out and see what happens. Redfish in this hole, as you can see. Another decently sized red. He'd probably be just keeper size. More and more we come out here, the more and more we study these areas, figure these spots out, the more we can, well, the more I can keep you guys on perfect slot fish. And that's the goal, my friends. And of course, my line got stuck to my tether. Let's get a measurement on this guy. I know. You're okay. Calm down. So no joke, that is a perfect 18-inch redfish. I'm going to put you back in the water. You don't got to be so flared out. This guy's trying to show me his big gills. He's being very intimidating right now. So we're letting him go. Back with the pack. We're gonna throw another shrimp and see if there's another one in there. Maybe some sheep's head and stuff hanging around him too. Back to the hole he goes. Guys, this hole is probably the size of my boat. It's the smallest little dinkiest little hole, but we've already pulled 2 keeper redfish out of it. Let's put on a live shrimp this time and see what that does. So as for tackle, all we're really using, the simplest method, I tell you guys every year about it, 15-pound braid, 15-pound leader, 1/8 ounce jig head, Eagle Claw from Walmart. They bend super easy. Yeah, if you catch a 35-inch redfish, you don't have your drag set up right, you are gonna bend your hook. But that's the reason why I use these hooks, is so whenever you guys or my clients get stuck on a rock, we simply just pull the rod back, it bends that hook, we get the hook back, we bend it back, and we keep catching fish. I know a lot of people, they try to sell the big, expensive, you know, jig heads that, you know, that don't bend and tough as nails. Well, that's no good whenever you hook a rock every other cast. So you're gonna spend $20 on 8 hooks and lose all of them in 2 hours, especially when you're fishing very rocky areas. No, I'm good on that. Let's see if we can catch another one. Is there another in here? That would be absolutely bonkers if there was. I know I spooked a crap load of fish pulling in here, so I'm sure there's a couple that are still kind of spooky right now. Super grassy down here too. Hard to eat a shrimp when it's covered in grass. On these days like today is I'll use the bend in the line to show me what's going on down here. So I'll keep a nice slight bend in the line, and whenever it jumps, that means there's stuff biting at it. You can see it now where it's kind of just like up and down and all over the place. It's going left, it's going right. Well, the fish ain't gonna make it go left and right that dramatically, so that's telling me that the wind's playing with it. There we go, see? Got another one. Still there? Still there? Keep chewing on it. So that's another thing with these jig heads. A lot of regular hooks have the eyelet in the very front. With jig heads, your eye is on the top next to where the barb is. What I've found out, now a lot of people might roast me in the comments, but for me personally, when a fish has this hook in its mouth and you set that hook, it's gonna pull up and pull out. But if you do a straight retrieve, just straight as the hook is, that hook is going right through their lip, right? In theory, that's a lot of things that I have to teach people whenever they come out here and they use these techniques. Do not set the hook. Now, if you want, you can play back and you can watch me set the hook after I realized I had that fish. When I set that hook and I pulled up on that jig head, it literally pulled the hook right out of its mouth. Now, if I would have left my pole right where it's at and just did a steady retrieve, no hook set, no nothing, I probably would have had that fish in the boat. So let's try it again without the hook set. I got a little excited there. Got a little excited, no big deal. Like I said, today we are just scouting, 100% scouting, not doing, you know, we're not trying to fill the cooler, we're not trying to do anything crazy. I'm just trying to find fish for clients in a brand new area for me. So that's what we're doing. So let's try this again. One more shrimp, rig through the jig head. See how the shrimp's pretty straight? Rig straight through the jig head. You curl that shrimp around with the curve of the hook. Run them all the way up, kind of like a bass lure, you know, like a worm. So let's try this one more time, and then we're gonna move on. Find another little spot, maybe find something. We'll see. My best luck comes from not trying. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, so we found a pile of reds. I looked away for 2 seconds. Oh yeah, another nice red. Another one. So this hole is just full of them here. Another one. And that hook came right out, so there you go. Let me show you this. So this is how malleable these hooks are. Look how close he was to straightening that hook out. How I got him in there after he just yanked the crap out of that shrimp is beyond me. So let's get him off. He almost came off. But this is what happens when I have customers that hook rocks. We literally do the same thing. We just bend the hook. Dude, check that out. Straight got dolphined. Wow. That's crazy. You don't see that every day. He got tore up and he is going back in the water. Live another day, buddy. Hook. Once we get the hook back, you bend it back. You've seen me, I've caught 3 fish on the same hook now. So let's get this guy. A little bit of damage on the tail here. Look at that. Oh, and damage on his back. Holy crap, he got bit by a dolphin. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no wonder you're feisty. You've been through this before. Wow, look at that. Actual teeth marks on this fish. Literal teeth marks. How crazy is that? He escaped a dolphin. I gotta get that on my phone. Dude, check that out. Straight got dolphined. Wow. That's crazy. You don't see that every day. He got tore up and he is going back in the water. Live another day, buddy. Dude, check that out. Straight got dolphined. Wow. That's crazy. You don't see that every day. He got tore up and he is going back in the water. Live another day, buddy. All right. yeah, so there you have it. This hole is full of nice slot reds, one with a giant bite from a dolphin in it. So I think we're gonna leave this alone. We got it marked, we got it figured out, we know what's going on here. We're gonna keep driving around getting the boat stuck. I've gotten the boat stuck probably 17 times. So we're gonna get it stuck even more and find more pockets like this that are holding even more fish. I want to find like a rockier, oystery bar looking hole, because I feel like that's gonna hold a lot of our sheep's head and our black drum. And that's what I want to try and find next, is an area like that. So I may have to go farther north from where I'm at now, jump out of this creek system and keep running. But we're off to a good start. It took us a while, but we're getting there. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe yet, guys, go right ahead. I'm going to be posting a lot because now I'm on the water every day. You know, I'm helping with the airboat rides. I'm doing the pontoon tours. I'll probably do a video on the pontoon tours, like maybe when we do one of our tours, I'll go ahead and I'll film for that, throw it on the channel, just to see if you guys would be interested in that. Once again, I am bookable at lightlinesgoodtimes.com. So you can come out here and we can peel in these redfish one after the other. Yeah, everything's online. Airboats, pontoon, mud boat, everything you guys need right here on the website. Yeah, thanks again. We're gonna move on to the next spot. We'll see you there. Well, missed out on some really good footage of us leaving that area, but that's all right, because tomorrow me and the boss are going to go out and we're going to do a little more fishing, seeing that we don't have very many trips. I think we have a trip Thursday at 11. Tomorrow should be Wednesday. So yeah, close her up, get her put away. I'm gonna bring my redfish home, and that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be back at it again tomorrow. We're gonna be doing some serious low tide stuff tomorrow. Like, I know today's low tide was pretty good, but tomorrow is gonna be really good. So we're gonna have Captain Oz on the boat. He's going to be showing us kind of his favorite routes to run when going out and about, sort of say. So, on that note, I got the boat stuck,
couple times today, probably about 3 or 4. Had to push it quite a ways, so that was fun. But that's all part of learning a new area, you know. Yeah, of course I hit, you know, South Bayport all the time, you know, Hernando Beach area. I know that area like the back of my hand. North Bayport, that's I've hit it a few, but it's not crazy it's not crazy, you know, familiar, I guess you could say. So we're gonna get the boat all good to go for the night. I'll be back here tomorrow morning with Captain Oz, and we're gonna go do some playing. We will catch you guys later though.